welcome to Tile of Spain's Showstoppers. I'm Ryan Fasan. So welcome to the Tile of Spain Pavilion. We're here talking to the manufacturers, giving them a bit of a chance to talk to you and tell you what's really important to them this year for Coverings 2021. So I'm here with Joan from Alaplana. Joan, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you to you for calling me.
So we're talking all about sort of trends and what's going on for the factories in the Spanish industry. And I know that digital optimization has been something that a lot of our factories have been putting a lot of time and energy into development. Are there any emerging digital technologies that your brand is particularly focused on leveraging for this year and the products?
Yes, I mean, when we start working with inkjet printers, as you mentioned very well, it was around 2020. Now we have introduced some new matte inks and new shiny inks. With the new additions, we can achieve much more effects on the tile. And for example, is the slip stop glaze, which is very useful for the clients who demand the decoff, and that is the dynamic coefficient of friction.
So the slip stop glaze that you're doing, is that something that's digitally applied, or is it a mold texture? Oh, it's digital.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, this is like a special glaze which is applied on the tile, which covers all the tile, and it just appears when the tile is wet. Okay, so what we keep with this is the easy to be clean and the rest of features that the tile has. So it's not appreciated without being the tile humid.
Right. So that's a really key point, that it's a slip resistant tile that actually gets more slip resistant when it's wet than when it's dry, but it keeps it very easy to clean. That's a great innovation and very important for the US market.
Yes, yes.
So Johan, I know that one of the best things about the ceramic industry is how rich it is in history and so much history and different phases of ceramic production. I know that a lot of manufacturers are bringing back some classic glaze techniques and then marrying them with modern practices. Is that something that Alaplana is doing in your products?
Yes, it's great this question, because since we are applying the modern technology, we never turn down the opportunity to use the old trends that have been successful during the time. For example, the hydraulic tile now is continue being successful because due to the demand of the textile design projects, now we are placing the hydraulic tile, but with the difference that nowadays the ceramic, the hydraulic tiles are in porcelain and also in white body. So that makes that we can reach places with the humidity that before it was impossible because we were using the red body. So now, thanks to the technology and also applying the old trends that now are successful, also we can reach much more places, as terraces, as restaurants, as bars, that before was impossible.
Right. So the hydraulic tile that you're talking about is the traditional like 19th century cement tile, and now you're making it with inkjet in porcelain.
Yes.
That's very cool. I mean, having those rich patterns and that beautiful history in a modern format for design is very important.
Exactly. With the old tendency now, with the new technology, all together we are mixing that, and we are great much more opportunities to place the tile for sure.
Fantastic. Now I see that you do a lot of glossy formats, whether they're from natural frits or they're being polished. That's something that's very important for the North American market as well. So tell me a little bit about the way that you guys employ glossy formats in your product development.
I mean, actually, we are working with the latest technology. We are using humid grids. That's the pure vitreous compound, which is applied on the surface of the tile. The shape is like a gel. Okay, and the main difference yes, the main difference between this polish grease that the standard polish glaze is that after the polish process, the physical chemical structure of the grease remain on the tile. So it gives us much more luminosity, impermeability, and facility to be clean than the other process. So
Of
also
course.
it keeps the brightness of the colors, the sharpness, and the graphics of definitions is higher. So it's wonderful
Yeah,
now what the technology makes.
no, of course. The traditional process is to employ a dry granilla, right? And then
Yeah,
it melts, and then you polish it, but then you get those little pores and
yeah,
little changes in the surface, so it reflects light a little bit differently. So what you're
yeah,
saying is with this gel, it's very smooth and crisp.
yes, yes,
That's
correct.
incredibly cool. I've never seen anything like that.
Yes,
That's
yes.
amazing. And
You
does
will
it do
see
anything?
covering bias.
That's fantastic. I think everyone should stop by Alaplana and see
Yeah.
those glossy formats and see how crystal smooth they are. In terms of slip resistance, is there any kind of innovations in glossy formats and slip resistance that you're doing?
I mean, that's a hard answer. In our
Of
case, for
course.
example, the clients who are requiring polish tile for the floor, they know that maintain a high decoff is pretty difficult because they will need to take off the main feature of the polish, that is the brightness. So to combine that nowadays is still not very easy. We will study about that, but it's not an easy answer.
No, and I mean, that's a really good thing for people to know that, there's always balance in life, right?
The
So
balance, yes,
the
for sure.
glossier you want it, the more slippery it's going to be. And it sounds like in terms of glossiness, you guys have hit that kind of magic recipe of that perfect reflectivity and depth of tone that you love in a glossy finish. So that's fantastic. Joan, is there anything else you want to say about what you're doing at Alaplana, the plans for this year?
I mean, as you have organized, it's wonderful. We are gonna see you there in covering. We are more than welcome to assist our stand, and we will see all our innovation. We have many collection with slip stop, with polish, and this will gonna be the first trip that we can go there after this pandemic and horrible time. And I think it's gonna be the beginning of a great business time again with United States for sure.
That's perfect, Joan. Everyone, make sure you stop by Alaplana's booth at Coverings, or check out their website if you're catching this after the show. So thank you very much, Joan.
You're welcome.
On
You're welcome,
behalf
Brian.
of Tile Spain and Coverings 2021, wish you all a good day and come back to the pavilion and check out the next one.
Thank you very much, Brian. See you.
Thank you.